Hey guys, happy Tuesday. So excited to come back to you. And today we're going to talk about the roadmap to senior officer. Um, there's a lot of ranks in our company, but senior officer is kind of the first, like, really big one that you want to strive for that can really change your life. But we don't want to just talk about senior officer. We want to talk about the little steps to reach to how you can get to senior officer and really paint that vision of, hey, if I do this, this, and this, I can get here. So that's what we're going to talk about. And there's going to be 4 steps. All right. Uh, the first step, obviously, we know, make sure I'm in the camera, but step number 1, when we bring anybody in or when we come in ourselves, whatever, the first thing we've got to do is get to ultimate. I hope you can see that. Number 1, get to ultimate. And we want to do this in our first 4 Fridays. All right. Because when we do this, number 1, once we get to ultimate, we're going to profit about $2,300 cash. All right. We're going to lock in 30% of new volume bonus for life. All right. We're also going to unlock match pay. And then down the road, especially once we get to senior officer, we'll also unlock 5 lines of business. All right. Obviously, when we start off, we just kind of focus on 2, but eventually we will want to grow it wide. And so ultimate is the absolute number 1 step. First thing we got to do, got to get to ultimate first 4 Fridays. Okay. In doing that, we're going to profit about $2,300 cash as we sell 30 boxes. All right. We're going to lock in 30%. We're going to unlock match pay. And we will also unlock 5 lines of business, which is huge for where we want to go. Okay. The next thing, and I'll put 2, and then I'm going to erase after this. But so once I get to ultimate, now I can start building my team. But once we help somebody else get to ultimate, we just have a conversation with them. Hey, if I could show you how to make an extra $1,000 a month, would you listen on how to do that? Yeah, absolutely. So here's what we're going to show them, and here's what we're going to do for ourselves. So the next thing, step number 2, is we want to get to manager. All right, a paid as manager here in Partner Co. makes about $1,000 commission every month residually. So that's $250 a week, $1,000 a month residually, paid as manager. Okay, well, how do I get to manager? All right, let me make sure y'all can see this. But first, we've got you, all right, and we're going to start with 2 legs. All right, 1, 2. A paid as manager, all we've got to do is we need 2 people running the SOG over here and 2 people running the SOG over here. So 4 total people. And this is just like perfect math. There's obviously other ways you can do this. But if you can get 2 people in your first line running the system of growth, if you can get 2 people in your second line running the system of growth, 4 people total, all right, and selling, let's say, 2 10-packs a week, okay? Like I said, there's other ways to do it, but 2 people selling 2 10-packs a week, all right, that's going to be 1,000 points in your first line, 1,000 points in your second line, all right, which is going to total 2,000 points, which adds up to manager. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat, and I'll try to answer it once we get finished. But so if I can get, you're telling me if I can get 2,000 or 1,000 points in this line, 1,000 points in my second line, we just need 2 people in each line running the system of growth. That's how we can get the manager making $1,000 commission. Like, who don't want to do that? It's super simple. 2 and 2, 1,000 and 1,000 points of volume adds up to 2,000. That's manager. All right. I'm going to erase this. I don't know if anybody's writing down or taking pictures, but if you are, I'm going to pause for 2 seconds. All right. And then I'm going to erase. All right. So that's the first step. So just to kind of recap, all right, step 1, we want to get to ultimate. Got to get to ultimate. Step 2, we want to get to manager. All right, step 3 is huge. All right, so we've gotten ourselves to manager, or we're helping somebody else. We've gotten them to manager. Now we're just going to have the same conversation we just did. Hey, I know you've hit manager, you're making $1,000. That's awesome. Would you like to know how you can make 3,000, so 2,000 extra? Absolutely. Here's how we do it. All right. So we're at manager. Now we're going to show them how to get to vice president. And I'm going to abbreviate because my spelling is not the greatest. All right. A vice president makes about $3,000 residually every month. All right. So we've got the ultimate, we've got the manager. Now we're working towards vice president, which makes a paid as vice president makes $3,000 residually every month. Okay. Well, how do we do that? All right. Same thing. Start with you. All right. We've got line 1, line 2. All right. The good thing is we've already got the manager, so we've already got 2 people running the system of growth. So that's already there. All right. But if I can get 6 people running the system of growth in each line, 6 people running the system of growth. By the way, I already had 2, so technically we just added 4. All right. 6 people running the system of growth. All right. I'm going to have 3,000 points in volume. Line 1. 3,000 points in volume. Line 2. All right. Which adds up to 6,000 points in volume total, which pays out residually $3,000 commission every month. All right. So we can see how it adds up. And what's amazing is we're just working as a team. So it's not like I've got to go get 12 total people. Like, no, you can do that. You can go get 12 people. But if I go get 3 and I help them get 3, or I go get 2 and we help somebody else get 4, like it all adds up. We're all working together. We're one big team. But if I can get 6 in my line 1, 6 in my line 2, selling boxes, drops, running the system, 3,000 points, that's 6,000 PV, which will hit you at vice president making $3,000 residually. Okay. That's step 3. To me, manager is huge. Vice president is amazing because you really start to see like what it can really turn into. And then obviously we're all working to this 4th step that I'm going to show you. Once again, I'm going to pause just in case anybody wants to take a screenshot or whatever. All right. Last step, final step. Step 4. All right. So we got to ultimate, we got to manager, we got to vice president. Now we're going to have the same conversation, either with ourselves or with somebody else. Hey, if I could show you how to make 6 figures here, you're already at vice president. Would you like to know how? Yes. Perfect. All right. Road to senior officer. This is how we do it. This is step number 4. And I hope y'all can't hear the music outside. I'm in my office downtown, and some people blare their music. All right. Senior officer. How do we get there? All right. Same thing. We've got you. We've got 1 line. We've got 2 lines. All right. I showed you how to get to ultimate, or what happens when we get to ultimate. Showed you how to get to manager. Showed you how to get to vice president. All right. So if I can get 2 vice presidents in line 1, all right, and 8 managers. So 2 vice presidents and 8 managers in line 1. 2 vice presidents, 8 managers in line 2. And that's all it takes to get to senior manager or senior officer, excuse me. So if I can get 2 vice presidents, 8 managers, 2 vice presidents, 8 managers, all we're doing is running the system of growth. I will hit senior officer, which a paid ass senior officer makes $160,000 residually every year. And when I saw this, the reason why I wanted to come on here and show y'all this roadmap because, you know, you hear, hey, I want to get to senior officer makes six figures, all the good stuff. But it's like, how do I get to senior officer? And then what does it really look like? And this is what it looks like. So it's not just 13,000 points in volume, 13,000 points in volume. It's no, individually, it's 2 vice presidents, 8 managers. 2 vice presidents, 8 managers. That gets you to senior officer. That locks you in. You're a senior officer. Paid as senior officer makes $160,000 a year. Guys, that's life changing. And that's the roadmap to do it. So, kind of review. Step number 1, got to get to ultimate. Step number 2, got to get to manager. If I could show you how to make an extra $1,000 a month residually, would you be interested? Absolutely. All right, let's get them to manager. Then have the same conversation. Let's get them to vice president making $3,000 residually. All right, once we get them there, hey, here we go. Now we got to just repeat what you did with a couple people and then get some people to manager. All right, now we're senior officer making $160,000 residually. That's the roadmap. That's it right there. That's the road to senior officer in 4 steps. And that's what all our goals is. So that's all I got. I will answer some questions. If you want to see that, you can screenshot it or whatever. And we can stop the recording and I'll answer some questions if there are any.